Hey guys, Sam with Brighton Chrysler here. We're going to check out the 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit together. And to get started, remote start, one of the best features ever. And there we go. This one's got the Hemi, so you get quite a bit of horsepower and about 6,200 pounds of towing capacity. I do apologize if the LEDs appear to be flashing. They are steady, but the camera just picks them up a little weird. But on the front, you've got the 7-slot chrome grille, 7 slots for the 7 continents. This thing is capable on every single one of them. Just immaculate styling. And you've actually got keyless entry on both sides here. The vehicle's locked when you remote start, but as long as you have the key in your person, you just put your hand behind, unlocks the vehicle. And if we open it up here, you'll see that you have a powered seat with powered lumbar support on the passenger side as well as the driver's side. Really nice interior styling. Got your dual pane panoramic sunroof. And as we swing around to the back side here, leather trim on all the doors matching the interior. Down here on the back of the center console for your rear passengers, you do have your heated seats for them, and USB outlets to charge any devices, as well as 115 volt outlet to charge anything with a 2 or 3 prong plug. And as we move around here, LED taillights as well. Got the 4x4 badge as well as the Summit badge on the back, and power liftgate. Here's a shot of the trunk space for you. Lots of cargo space, and it comes with the tonneau cover, and you get the Summit mats as well, so you even get a mat for this rear section here. You got your power liftgate button on the interior here, and you have one on the key fob and from the driver's seat as well. Here's a little flashlight, so for any roadside emergencies, or just for you know, really anything that you need a flashlight for, but kicks on and snaps right back into place. Just give it a little push there, and that's it. And in this one, you do have a full-size spare tire as well. I know a lot of our vehicles are coming with tire inflator kits, but we do get several that have full-size spares, so if that's a safety feature you'd prefer, that's something we can definitely make happen for you here. And we'll do one more shot of the back so you can see it from this side. Just a beautiful interior on this one. And a shot of the roof from the back here too, just so you can see how much it covers. So as we come around here, we already went over the entry on the keyless entry and go, but there's also a lock feature as long as you have the key in your person. All you have to do is just push this button right here. Locks the vehicle. Again, hand behind, unlocks. We'll open it up here. You got your memory seating, so if you've got multiple drivers on the vehicle, you can have 2 separate settings, and just one touch, the seat automatically adjusts to those settings. Here's your other shot of your power driver's seat and lumbar support. And as we hop in here, I'll show you this. This is your electronic tilt and telescope steering wheel controls. Nice comfort feature. And as we get in here, you got your automatic headlamp settings. So all you got to do is turn it over to the A, and you never really have to touch your headlights again. If it gets dark outside, it'll kick the headlights on. As soon as the light comes back, they shut off. And over on the left side here, as soon as we focus in, there we go. You've got heated exterior mirrors, and the little triangle on the left, that's going to be your blind spot monitoring. That's going to light up orange if there's ever someone in your blind spot. Always recommend checking over the shoulder as well, just in case, but definitely a great safety feature, especially during emergency maneuvers. And as we move down here, you'll see your power locks and your power windows, as well as your window lock control. You've got your side view mirrors, controls that you can adjust with that directional pad there, and your power folding side mirrors. So we just touch that button and they come right in. Press it one more time, they go right back out to where they were set. And as we keep moving along here, back here, you've got your wiper settings. And on this particular model, you do have rain sensing wipers. So if it was raining outside right now, They will adjust to the amount of water that's hitting the windshield. Definitely a nice hands-free comfort feature there. And on the left side of the steering wheel, we'll actually start on the back. Hopefully we can get a good shot at it. But you've got some radio controls on the back on that side, and over on this side you've got some volume control settings as well. Perfectly positioned so you can keep your hands on the wheel and listen to your favorite tunes. This directional pad here, that's going to control this fancy screen up on your dash. And you can cycle through some options here. Right now it's just set to the speedometer, but if we were to go up, you've got your screen set up so you can make a couple of different adjustments. This is going to show any stored messages that you have, things as simple as needing an oil change or certain services, or even just if you're driving around without your seatbelt on, it's going to tell you have a stored message and to buckle up. And as we keep moving up here, it'll show you what you're listening to on the radio. You got your trip info and your miles per gallon. Right now it's showing pretty low, but there's not very many miles on the vehicle. It's mostly just been sitting, so that's why it's showing so low. You're going to average quite a bit more in this one though. And here's your driver assist, so that's going to keep you in your lane and alert you when you are veering out of it. Your tire pressure, they don't always come perfect off the truck. I do apologize for that, but it'll be right by the time you take it home. And that's pretty much most of the options there. I'm sure there's more that you can get into with a sales rep, but that's a decent preview of that vehicle information center there. Here you've got your phone controls. So if you do have a phone paired wirelessly to the vehicle, you can accept and decline or hang up calls with these buttons here. And here's your voice command button as well, so you can give different commands to the radio, such as what station you want to tune to and things of that nature. Over on the right side here, you've got your cruise control settings up top. Really easy to use, to set and to cancel and resume. But below that, this pairs in with your cruise control settings. So this allows you to, while you're in cruise, set the distance that you'd like to keep between the vehicle in front of you. And say you're cruising at 70 miles an hour and then you're coming up on somebody who's doing 65 and you can't pass them. These controls are what's going to keep your vehicle from just going right into them. You don't have to turn off your cruise control. It's going to slow down, wait for them to get out of the way, and then as soon as it's clear or there's more space between you and the next vehicle, it's going to resume at the same speed that you have your cruise control set to. Great feature, super safe, really handy. And as we move around over here, you've got your push button ignition, so you can start and stop the vehicle. Right now it's flashing on run because we remote started the vehicle. I'm just going to press that one time here and the vehicle is going to kick on the rest of the way. So as we move along here, we're going to go up before we hit the radio. You've got your sunroof controls right here. That's going to control the glass. And you do have a vent feature on this. I'm going to hit that vent button. That just pops the back of it up. But if you open it up, it's one touch. You don't have to hold it. You've got this screen here. That's going to keep any bugs or debris from coming in while you got your sunroof open. And we'll close that back up here. These controls on the side, those are going to control the shade. So if we hit that one time here, that's going to bring your shade all the way up. So if it's getting a little too toasty with the sunroof uncovered, just hit that, it'll cool off pretty quick here. And we'll open that back up because I like the light. And right between these two, you've got your home link buttons. You can actually program 3 different garage door openers to this vehicle. So if you've got you know, a couple different garages that you use, you can program them all right here. Or even if you just have the one, you can program it to any which one that you'd like, and you don't have to carry around your garage door opener remote with you, or have it clipped to your visor or anything like that anymore. It's just built right into the vehicle. And just below that here, we've got our power liftgate button. That's also a one-touch feature. Just below that here, hopefully we can get a good shot at it on the mirror. It's not coming in too focused here, I do apologize, but you do have a 911 button and your assist button right here. Those come in great during any emergencies, whether you're stranded on the side of the road or actually need emergency services. You do have to have a cellular link to the vehicle. That's something that you could discuss more with your sales rep, but it's pretty affordable, especially if you're looking for the added safety and security on the road. And as we move down here, show you the dash real quick. Leather stitching that matches the interior all the way across the dash just adds a really elegant touch to this interior. And as we move down, we'll start with the radio selection here on the 8.4N radio. And you've got AM, FM, and Sirius satellite radio. You've got Sirius satellite free for a year. I got it in my vehicle, didn't think I was going to renew it, and the day that it dropped off my vehicle, I was on the phone with Sirius. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic that it comes with a year for free. Would highly recommend this in any vehicle. It's just great to have. And moving on now to the next tab here, you've got your media selections. You've got USB, auxiliary, Bluetooth, and an SD card that you can pull music and files from. And those plugins are actually just down below here. You got your auxiliary USB and SD cards down there, as well as another 12-volt outlet. And if you have your phone paired, that's going to be the Bluetooth option on there, which we'll go over in just a second. And under the controls tab, you do have heated seats and ventilated seats up front here, as well as a heated steering wheel, and you can even activate your backup camera. Just really, really handy. And you just hit the back button on the radio and it'll go back there. And here's your climate controls. A little bit of glare on the screen, I do apologize for that, but you've got your AC and your defroster options up top, and you have dual zone temperature control in this one. You can either have them synced up like we do now, or you can unsync them, and you can set the temperature separately to each side of the vehicle. So if you like a little warmer on your side, and your passenger likes it a little cooler, you can make that happen now. Here's your options for where you'd like the air to blow, your fan, and another shortcut to those controls that we just went over for the heated and ventilated seats and heated steering wheel. And moving on to the next tab, you got your Garmin navigation system. Super handy feature. I have it in my vehicle. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. Much safer than using your phone for navigation. And gives you live traffic as well. So if you're coming up on some traffic, it will let you know and reroute you. So moving on to the next tab here, you got your phone, and if you'd like to pair your phone, all you got to do is hit yes and follow about 2 more steps, and your phone is paired permanently to the vehicle. So whenever you get in, if your phone's Bluetooth is on, it'll pair to the radio automatically. You can make it take calls, stream music, all that good stuff. It's just really a fantastic feature. And moving down here to the actual buttons on the center console, you've got some redundant buttons, which is great. That way you don't have to use the touch screen if you don't want to. You got your volume controls, your tuning knob, your fan controls here, your automatic temperature control. So if you just want it 70 degrees in your vehicle all the time, just set it to 70, hit auto. It'll make the adjustments as necessary to keep you nice and comfortable. You got your temperature controls for both sides of the vehicle, AC and defrosters. And as we move a little bit further here, this is your park assist feature. You can turn that on and off if you'd like, but that'll help you with any perpendicular parking as well as parallel parking. The next one over here, that's going to be your lane assist. You can also turn that on and off, but your lane assist, if you start veering out of your lane, it'll basically put your vehicle back in the lane. Freaks people out the first time that it happens, but it definitely is an added safety feature and a huge perk in these vehicles. Your eco mode, which I would never really recommend turning off, but if you do need to turn it off for any reason, you can right here. But with that on, you're going to get much better fuel economy. And the next button over here is your sport mode, which you can turn on and off at your leisure. If it's on, you shift with these fancy paddles on the back side of the steering wheel. That's going to be your downshift on the left side. That's going to be your upshift on the right side. You got a minus on the left and a plus on the right. And as we move, one more button here, that's your traction control. So with traction control, your wheels may stop spinning if you're in a low traction situation. You know, one wheel might stop spinning, but if you just want them all to keep spinning, say you're trying to get through some snow, which really you would not have a problem with this, even with traction control on in this Grand Cherokee this Grand Cherokee Summit. If you just want them to keep spinning, you just hit that button, it turns it right off, and they'll keep spinning for you. And this one does have, I believe, the 8 speed automatic transmission paired up with the Hemi. In reverse, you already saw the backup camera, but one thing I forgot to mention here is the lines move as you turn. Really, really handy. Shows you where you're going. A lot of people are skeptical of backup cameras, but that really clears up a lot of the dispute about them. And back on the shifter here, you do have a manual mode, so if you're ever towing anything and need to control the gears as you're going down the road, it's really easy. You just put the vehicle in drive, push it over to the left, and you can shift down by pushing it forward and up by pushing it back. And here is your suspension controls for the Select Terrain system. You got 4 low. Just below that is your hill descent controls. So if you do any off-roading and you're going down a real steep hill, that's definitely the way to keep your vehicle from getting away from you. Over on the right side here, you can manually control the ride height. When you put your vehicle in park, it will actually lower it if you have it set higher. That way you're not stepping down farther than usual. But this knob here in the center, most people just keep it on auto because frankly a lot of people aren't doing off-roading in these Summit vehicles. But one that I really, really enjoy, especially living in Michigan, is the snow setting. What that's going to do is it's going to raise your vehicle up a little bit, give you a little bit more ground clearance, and it's going to control the torque on your wheels a bit, so they're not going to peel out in a potentially slippery situation. It's going to make sure that you have traction to have a steady, controlled acceleration from a stop. Really, really safe feature. Again, super handy. And that's most of what I have to show you here. There's one more thing that I wanted to show you before we end this video, and that is the Harman Kardon audio system. And with that, you get an amazing 19 speakers and a subwoofer. The sound is just incredible. Definitely encourage you to come by and take this one for a drive, even if it's just to listen to your favorite song through the sound system. But outside of that, that should be a pretty decent preview of the 2017 Grand Cherokee Summit 4x4. Again, this is Sam over at Brighton Chrysler. Make sure to stop in or give us a call or visit the website, brightonchrysler.com, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.